An antique is an old collectible item. It is collected or desirable because of its age, beauty, rarity, condition, utility, personal emotional connection, and/or other unique features. It is an object that represents a previous era or time period in human society. It is common practice to define antique as applying to objects at least 100 years old. Collectibles are the possible antiques of the future and generally less than 100 years old. Antiques are usually objects which show some degree of craftsmanship, or a certain attention to design, such as a desk or an early automobile. They are most often bought at antique shops, or passed down as an estate. Some valuable antiques can be bought from antique dealers and auction services or purchased online through websites and online auctions. Antique dealers are often members of national trade associations, many of which belong to SINOA, a confederation of art and antique associations across 21 countries, representing 5,000 dealers. The definition of antique varies from source to source, product to product, and year to year. However, some time-tested definitions of antique deserve consideration, such as the following. An item which is at least 100 years old and is collected or desirable due to rarity, condition, utility, or some other unique feature. Motor vehicles, power tools and other items subject to vigorous use, in contrast, may be considered vintage in the US if older than 50 years. And some electronic gadgets of more recent vintage may be considered antiques. Another general rule of thumb from the U.S. Customs Office is 100 years for most objects to become antiques. Any piece of furniture or decorative object or the like produced in a former period and valuable because of its beauty or rarity. The collecting of antique furniture is a particularly popular area of antiques due to the practical characteristics of these antiques, as well as the value. Many collectors use the pieces in their homes, and also care for them with the hope that they will hold their value or possibly appreciate in value over time. This is in contrast to buying new furniture, which will depreciate in value from the moment it is purchased. Antique furniture includes dining tables, chairs, bureaus, chests, etc. The most common woods are mahogany, oak, pine, walnut and rosewood. Chinese antique furniture is often made with elm, a wood common to many regions in Asia. Each wood has its own distinctive grain and color. Many modern pieces of furniture often use laminate or wood veneer to cheaply achieve the same effect. There are a number of different styles of antique furniture depending on when and where it was made. Some examples of stylistic periods are Arts and Crafts, Georgian, Regency, American Pastoral and Victorian. Antiquing is the act of shopping, identifying, negotiating, or bargaining for antiques. Items can be bought for personal use, gifts, and in the case of brokers and dealers, profit. Antiquing is performed at garage sales, estate sales, resort towns, antiques districts, collectives, and international auction houses.